up, everybody? So today I'm going to be talking about, of course, never ever show your weak side to these women out here because they absolutely will walk all over you and treat you, dirty different ways, okay? And the worst ways, okay? So honestly, fellas, I really want this video to give you guys a reality check. Scratch that. I want this video to change you if you're out here showing this weak side. So please give this video a huge thumbs up. I have a Patreon and 2 other channels, links down below. And yes, fellas, first things first, let's talk about how when you're vulnerable to a woman, and if you guys never experienced, just follow. But let's talk about when you're vulnerable to a woman and how women will go ahead and use you being vulnerable to her now against you later on when she feels like she can. So that part right there shows that you should have never actually opened up to her. And that's the sad part about how you could think that this woman is meant for you to become closer to a woman. You're thinking that she could be potentially all these things, but it's really all a setup, or honestly just nothing that's going to be good for you and showing you that you're just honestly simping for a woman that's not for you. That's all it's doing. So in all cases, you have to set yourself up to be prepared instead of setting yourself up to do these things that you guys feel like is helping you, but it's only helping a woman get by, to keep using you, manipulating you, throwing you away, replacing you. Can I keep going? I really can. But you guys get the point. The weak side that you guys show is enough for a woman to look at you, get a chuckle in, a good laugh, but most definitely feel like, okay, well, this guy is soft anyways. You guys gotta look at it like this. Even if she stays with you, back to being vulnerable to her, even if she stays with you, is she really gonna be winning? Women are not feeling like you guys are giving value. And a lot of times you can't get value when you're showing a weak side, because all it does is make you guys end up what? If you guys know it, comment it down below. I maybe said it already. Probably didn't, but it's simping. Okay? Y'all know I've said it in other videos though. Even if I didn't talk about it enough, I could tell you this. Simping is going to be the easiest way to get cut off so quick in a woman's life. So if we go back to what I was saying, you showing her all these things, fellas, the sides of I can't go nowhere, or you know what, I've been through all this and I believe you'll be there, or I don't think you'll leave, or I need you by my side, all that shit. And even if it's not that deep, it could be, let's say, oh, I'm just looking for a good girl, or I'm not looking for commitment, but we'll see how this goes. Even that still shows a weak side. You have to always stand your ground to be showing your best, biggest, let's say it like that, because you're a man, right? Your best, biggest side inside of how you are this guy, how you're confident, how you're not a soft or a simp guy that's gonna act accordingly based on the woman. Okay, so can I just backtrack though? This weak side, if you're showing the weak side, as I was saying, is it gonna make any difference her leaving you? No, because she's still gonna get the weak side whether she's with you or not. And this is what fellas don't get. Never show your weak side. Obviously, you're looking crazy out here. A guy that can't handle his feelings. A guy that is falling for her like crazy. And also a guy that's just maybe a fool because she's honestly showing you all the signs and you're still taking it the other way when it's the wrong way. So when we have a guy showing all these things, fellas, okay, your weak side won't matter if you never have a hard side to keep there around. So let me say it like this. A lot of times fellas are with women and they feel like, okay, I'm with her. I'm supposed to show this side because I'm with her. Okay, that's a point. You should. That's your girlfriend or that's the person you're with. But we don't. And this is your part, fellas. You fellas don't go back and say, well, she's my girlfriend, but did she do shit to show me that she's my girlfriend? No, a lot of fellas don't go back to say that because they are okay with the woman that they deal with. They're adjusted to it. They're okay and comfortable with it. It's your fault then and there. Your weak side is coming out then and there because of you. So you have to choose what woman is going to be getting what types of attention from you. And the weak side is not something that you're going to give to a woman just because she's your woman. Even if you don't have, let's say, title. Even if you don't actually see each other all the time. Even if it's just talking here and there. Maybe you've seen each other once or never. Maybe you guys are miles away from each other. I don't care the situation. You just never show this weak side because she has to earn it. And then when she earns it, it's going to actually backfire because she did something enough that matches what you did. So you can have a woman be vulnerable, but you want her to get to a point of saying something of, well, I just can't talk about this stuff. And then maybe whether it takes 2-3 days, she gets to talking to it. You want her to do that in exchange to get the vulnerability out of you, because now you're not really showing your weak side. You're now showing more so, okay, I'm doing this because you opened up. That's the difference with the tough guys out there. A woman can't get it out of him. But the weak guys, you again, never show your weak side. They can easily say to a woman, well, I'm ready to open up, or I can open up with you. Or sometimes it's like, I like you. You know what? I want to let you know I like you. Fellas, BS. Because guys that are the alphas that never show, and we can say Sigma as well, obviously, that never show that weak side of theirs, those guys are really having more success simply because that emotional part of them is unavailable. So if it's as simple as you just going about it based on her energy, but being smarter, where it's not really matching her energy, you're making her actually do more. Because whatever is matching your energy, let's say she's doing the exact same thing, it's a lot more for a woman, because women don't do all these things, right, fellas? Are you following? So let's just go back to, okay, now you have a woman matching your energy, which is actually a lot for a woman to do. Okay, that's enough. And now you're not showing your weak side, or you shouldn't have to worry about that because you have something to use against her. So showing your weak side, it's going to cause you to go against your morals, your values, what you like, what you want. And sometimes a lot of you guys actually do not know. You might know you want a good-looking woman, but you don't know you want a good-looking woman that has manners and knows how to cover her mouth or sneeze in her armpits. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think of something. So there's all these types of things out here where it's affecting you guys to become simp-like, more weak, and I'm gonna just give it up or say or do it or I have to. Fellas, are you a fella or are you a felly? Can I say felly? I don't know what you would call a woman with the little fellas. I don't know. I guess you just call a woman. Okay, but you know, what do you want to be considered as? A fella, a man, a grown man? Who are you? So also this might cause you guys to not know your own identity. You guys might not know your own value, and not knowing your own value, of course, is going to cause you to allow yourself to be too open, be so, well, I trust you because you're there for me with that woman. Not knowing your value will have that woman look at you and already feel like you're this and that just based on one action. Just for a fella that's just showing the weak side for one time, you will have a woman just based on that feel that way. So you have to know your value, because yes, confidence and presenting yourself is going to matter, but your value is going to ultimately allow you to hold your feelings back when you feel like, okay, I have to get it out. Okay, she needs to hear this. You guys, if it's going to take you to basically be by yourself, if it's going to take you to man up, I don't know how else, maybe with your boys. Sometimes it might take, go talk to your brother, talk to your cousin. Sometimes it might take, you need more time to yourself. Maybe you need to do boxing. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of where I'm getting to. But whatever it is, it's going to take that time to basically master your feelings, where your emotions are not going to easily fall, or you're not going to react based on your emotions. Okay, so every time you're set up to deal with their never showing your weak side is gonna allow you to show that you could be potentially that guy she can't. And I know you guys didn't think I was getting to this, but that guy that she can't potentially get to. So get to, as in get to his feelings, get to his bag, get to his anything that's about you. She now is starting to feel, okay, well, this guy, your emotions are not there. And this is where the easiest way happens for a woman to connect or get involved with you fellas out here, because your emotions are there. But when it's not there, it's the difficulties of having a hold on a man that doesn't actually care, that doesn't actually have real feelings. Y'all, when these women deal with these guys that never show their weak side out here, they know the challenges that's going to come with it. But it's not just the challenges of, okay, I'm talking to him and he's not showing this side, I have to work harder. But he probably has other girls, other challenges, such as he's probably so busy that he only cares about his work. These are the things that have to come about, but will never come about when you're showing your weak side. And always, obviously, the guys that are alphas and sigmas, the guys that are high value, close to high value are always going to win, because that's where the challenge is always going to be. There is never going to be a challenge in a weak man that always gives it up. Same way, you know, women can give it up in different ways. Y'all are giving up the easy things that fellas take away from women that are hoes out here. Women that are for the streets and they already know. But you guys have to really, this is what we'll wrap up with, and this is what will really help you guys with dating with women, never showing your weak side. You guys have to look at women all the same until they prove otherwise multiple times. So if you're dealing with women, and let's say you are that bad boy or the guy that, you know, the jerk or the Chad, Tyrone type of guy, if you're still dealing with women, what you guys need to take, always treat them all the same. No matter what role or position or who they are or their value, they have to be treated the same. But you have to still now know when to apply respect. So I'm just saying, like, if a girl has been dealing with specific types of guys, right? Maybe it's been always masculine, never showing weak side, emotionally unavailable types of guys, you now have to treat her with less respect as you would with a girl that's been trying a little bit more and doesn't entertain guys. So that part is different, right? That's where it applies differently. But my point is really when you're dealing with women and the feeling aspect, okay, if it's not in check, you're not going to win. You're never going to win. If you don't know what women should be getting out of you, the type of respect, the value that they have and what they should be getting exactly from that value that they have, you will never actually show a woman that you're man enough to have her. And that's the whole idea. It's not obviously to show her, but it's to show that you're a man enough to get women. You're a man enough to have any woman out here. If you guys do not look at it that way, you will start simping any second you can because you want that woman. You can't get another woman. You feel that way. Oh, that girl right there, well, she will never want me. That's not how you're supposed to be feeling. You're supposed to be feeling confident. And if a woman wants me, she's not going to get my emotions first. She has to try to get my attention. And that's where you bring your value to. You fellas, I feel like I can go all day. But you have to bring your value. You're not bringing your value by showing your weak side. You're not bringing any value to yourself and any promises of her being around by showing your weak side. So let's go completely, literally say this to finish this video strong. If, and this is what I was touching on earlier, I was talking about, but if she's with you and she doesn't feel like, you know, you're a man or you're not strong enough, and then she leaves you and nothing has changed and you're still not showing you're a man or you're strong enough by obviously keeping your emotions to yourself, it never mattered. It never ever mattered. So my point is, if, like I said, if she's with you or not, what is the point? It doesn't matter because you're still showing a weak side of you. A side of you that, honestly, fellas, it's only making you guys look weaker, like I said. Oh, my camera's about to die. Sorry, fellas. But anyways, I had to close it. So, as I was saying, to simply just say this lastly, if you're showing your weak side and you think it's going to get you a woman or you think it's going to matter depending on the situation, no, you always want to stick to showing none of that emotional availability. And lastly, when we talk about that woman, if she's going to be with somebody else and she sees the difference, okay, you'll have her come back because this guy doesn't do this, doesn't say that. But you'll never have that changing when your emotions are always there and easily given out. Change that. Make it difficult for women to get that out of you. Make it a challenge. You want women to really challenge themselves and have that, oh, well, I don't know if I could. You want to get to that point because you want to show no emotions where it's like so much doubt. That woman can't even think that it could happen. You really want it to go that way. All right. So I hope this video was helpful. You guys know I absolutely will drop more videos like this. But you guys do know you have to let me know if you want a part 2. And then, of course, if you haven't already given this video a big thumbs up, please go ahead and do so. And you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.